Good evening, students. This is for my students summer 2024. I'm doing this video for all three of my classes since all of you will be using Pearson's MyMathLab. So let me step through the things you need to do to get started in the class. First, log in to the MyTriCSpace and choose the Blackboard LMS. Now I'm making this video the day before classes, so my courses don't show up. But oh, they did. Actually, they did. So I look up here, summer 2024. Here are my three courses. I've set them all up identically. So what I'm going to do is just run through the calculus since it's the same as the other classes. Let me go ahead and click on the calculus. And the first thing I'll do is go through the syllabus. The point system's even the same for all three courses. Click on the syllabus. And let me expand it. This just tells you the numbers that we use internally for such a course. Your tests will be proctored by ProctorU, so you'll need to set up appointments with them. I'll be putting in all the tests pretty soon, so you'll be able to do that pretty easily. The homework assignments will not be proctored. Everything you need to know about me is on the top of the second page. There's a description of the course and some other things. This course uses a textbook, but you don't need to buy it. What you do need is access to Pearson's MyMathLab. The textbook is built into that, so don't bother buying a textbook because it's in the website that you have to purchase anyways. Course outcomes and essential learning outcomes are things that probably are not important to you, although you can certainly read them if you'd like. The official course outline: this is useful to other institutions when evaluating the material in this course. These are some useful references, although you don't have to use them. They're simply useful. You might click on them and see where they lead you. Looks like I put the course outline twice. I don't think I did that in all the courses. Student handbook, the calendar. Oh, it looks like I doubled up the thing, so let me come back here. Yep, I did it twice. I'll have to clean up this syllabus. It's the same thing that was up there. Here's the college instructional policies. Tutoring is available for free. Calculators and computers. One of the most powerful graphing programs I've ever seen is this one called GeoGebra. There's also another one called Desmos, although I haven't listed it here. I'm going to allow you to use those programs on the test, so I'll white space both GeoGebra and Desmos. This other option for a graphing calculator for your computer, it's a small, simple grapher, but it will graph just about anything you can put in there. Additionally, if you want to have a program like Microsoft Office, but a free one, go to LibreOffice.org and you can download it for free. It has all the same types of applications as Microsoft Word, Excel, and all the other programs in that suite. Homework will be assigned throughout the semester, as you know math goes. Withdrawal, these are with the withdrawal dates. Incomplete grades. There are no makeup exams because you get a week window to take any of the exams. You don't even have to come into campus. You can take it at home. So missing an exam would have to be a really ridiculously strange reason for you to miss one in the first place. Not only that, I let you replace one exam completely with a better performance on the final exam. And you can actually replace all three of your grades if you perform better on all three parts of the final. These things are listed here. Go ahead and read through this so you get an idea. Almost certainly people will be asking me this later during the end of the semester, because then it will become a lot more relevant to them. Finally, what we have here is a week-by-week accounting of the sections you'll be covering. You have to keep in mind that during the regular semester, calculus and all these other math classes are 16 weeks or 14-week classes. So that means you're getting about double the amount of material every single week that you would have done if you'd taken this during a more normal semester. That means if I assign 50 problems a week on average in a class, you will have 100 problems a week. I say all this just so that you're really sure what you signed up for. These classes are extraordinarily time consuming during the summer, but then again, you get it over with in the summer and you don't have to come back to them. So it's a very, very fast-paced environment. Let me come back here. Next, I would like to go to show you around in my math lab. It's called, I think Pearson now calls it My Lab and Mastering, but I'm going to just refer to my math lab because eventually they'll call it that again. So click in here. Let me make it bigger so that you can see it. You don't have to do much here. Click this to get you to Pearson. Now there's a sign-in password. You don't want to do that. I'm going to create an account to show you how it's done. Now I can put in, it does, lucky for me, it does take okay, and then I got to confirm that. So I'll use that as my username, that's fine. Password, I'll try to pick something easy. Let me show it so that, all right, what can we pick here? This. Let's put a weird symbol here. Oh, I can't use those kinds of symbols. I'll be careful. It's specific on what kind of symbols you can use here. And your password must be 8 or more characters, at least one uppercase letter. All right, so let's make the first one uppercase and see if that's good enough. I'm doing this for your benefit so that you can see. Okay, so Halloween 8. Let me change this here because I'll not remember that. Halloween shift at 8. So a good idea here is this. Pull up Notepad. Come back here, make sure let me get my username. This is only for my benefit. This has nothing to do with you, students. Halloween 8. Okay, copy that. Copy. All right, I'll be using you guys in a minute. Well, my name is going to be Chester Math. So we're going to do Chester M-A-T-H. Oh, I'm going to do United States. I am going to be a student. Man, they have a lot of stuff here. It didn't used to be this long. Month and year of birth. Let's do 07-60. Okay, I agree with this. Enter a valid month. Oh, see, it's a good thing you're seeing this now, so that you don't run into these same troubles. And let's create this account. Account created. Okay, let's get started. All right, now this is the most important page. If I were you, I would, the cheapest one here is $89.99. That's for 18 weeks, which is much more time than you'll need for this course. What you should do is don't purchase either of these just yet. Instead, go down here and say get temporary access without payment for 14 days. This way, if in 2 weeks you've decided you don't like the course, you can drop it and you've not paid anything. So that's seriously, I urge you. Click there and it says, are you sure you want temporary? Of course. That's almost silly. So it's drawing my course. Let's make sure. Calculus 1 Summer, it's got all the information. So let's go to my course. And then we will go ahead and click in here. I guess you get 15 days temporary access. That's nice. In here, let me go to the assignments. The course home, you won't do much in there. I mean, I'll show a calendar and stuff like that. You can play around in there if you want, but I'm not going to do much with that. It's just going to be assignments and tests. Here you have. Notice that all of your homework is due on the last day of the semester. As I give you grade updates during the semester, the best I can do is give you an estimated grade because you may not have finished some homeworks or whatnot. This way, you don't have to worry about anything being due on a week-to-week basis. You can spend, well, if you don't finish homework, for example, you can come back to it later in the semester and finish it up and get yourself 100% on it. A lot of students do that. At the end of the semester, they see that they can make a lot of points up in the last week by going back and fixing up their homeworks. At the same time, it's a very good study plan for the final exam. The student gradebook is something that, I'll have nothing there right now, but the student gradebook will show you your homework and test grades and everything there. We'll talk about those later. The e-textbook contents, this is where I would go to read the book. They have this interactive e-textbook, but you have to have a Wolfram plugin for that. And plus, I'm not bothering with it, so you shouldn't either. The e-textbook is where you want to go. And our course, at least in Calc 2, starts in Chapter 2. Once you click in this, it'll take you, well, it opens up this. So we can come down here and see 2.1, the idea of limits. There's a video presentation you can watch, a study plan. Where is, I'm not sure what they're doing here. Come back here. Oh, maybe it is the interactive textbook you want. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay then, it decided to put it here. Nice. That's not the way it is on the other ones. They, Pearson, being incredibly efficient and all, has as many different interfaces as they have textbooks. So you got to watch out for some of that. This is still, for the most part, the other courses, they work slightly differently. You'll be able to find the textbooks. I may go and look at it. But over here we have our table of contents, and then you can go and read this like a normal textbook. And then if you want this, if you need to read the book more like this, but if you try to do anything, like you can copy stuff and things like that, and I'm not sure, let's do something here for a second. Let's do a copy of something. So let's go copy. Come back up here to this thing. Okay, well, I'll let you copy a little bit. It won't let you print though. If you try, I don't know, or maybe it will let you print. Let's take a look and see what happens if you try to print. So, well, you can see there's some, and then you can print. It'll only print one page at a time. This is obviously to prevent you from printing mass copies of the book. Anyways, that's enough of this textbook. You can play around in there. I don't do anything with the study plan. There's a video and resource library for your desire. If you want a real version of the textbook, a physical copy, this is the purchase options that are available to you. We're only going to be doing this first one. Well, actually, no, the second one here, single variable. That's all we're going to be doing this semester. Homework, I wouldn't bother unless it puts the that's the same as assignments. Well, not true. This won't have the test listed in them. If you come back up to assignments at some point, it's not on there, but all of your assignments will appear here, and that includes the tests. So you don't have to worry about ever going to homework or quizzes and tests, although they'll be separated out. Don't worry about these copied things or anything like that. So that's pretty much all you're going to need to know, is basically to get in here, click any of these homeworks to get started. You can start right off number 1. Well, you can do it that way. I kind of bypassed a button. I don't think they expect you to do that. But here, you can work them. You can go out of order if you want. The important thing is your homework will be used for your test. I will choose only homework problems on your tests. I can leave here. That's, I think, all you need to know. The assignments and the student gradebook and the textbook. Those things will be all you need. Let me come back to Blackboard. Let me show you what we have. Any announcements I'll put here. Lessons, this is going to be the week-to-week schedule. I have it on the syllabus. I think, did I say on the syllabus? Yeah, I said on the syllabus, and it's broken out here. And so if you click in here, what we have are a bunch of videos. All these videos go to YouTube. So to see any of these videos, just click here and it will take you to YouTube.
Everyone who sells
and you get, now these commercials, I have not monetized this. YouTube has decided to monetize it itself.
He set up an appointment to come to
Let me skip this. Show you a few features if you're not familiar with this.
Lecture involves
you can control the volume.
Dealing with limits.
You can do closed captions.
Very basic idea. I don't want to get into
you
too
can
much
change
math
the playback speed to slower or faster.
For this process.
I'm going to minimize my voice for a while. You can change the quality. Most of mine are at 720p, but if you find yourself having connection troubles because your internet can't handle that quality, you can always bring this down. 360 is still very good and still very easy to understand. They also have a number of things you can do down here. You can do a mini player, which I don't ever do. You can do theater mode. You can cast it on TV if you want. You could be in your recliner watching the TV doing it, or if you want to make it full screen, you can certainly do that. Remember, I have muted it so you can't hear what they're saying or what I'm saying. Now we'll have links like that all throughout the content section, so these will all be individual. And in the early days, my videos were fairly short, but as I started making them, in differential equations and in linear algebra, both of you will have full-length lectures. I just couldn't help myself anymore. Calculus, the videos start short, but after all, I start to make more full-length videos because I got tired of making these short little videos. Anyways, all the videos you need are over here to the side. So these are all the videos for the course. As you can see, there's a lot of them. And you can see they're starting to get a little bit longer. Look at that one, 58 minutes. So you can see they start to get longer. Sometimes I throw in little notes and things like that. Graphing calculator, I'm going to assume that you have one in the course, or at least the ability to graph. If you don't use your calculator and instead use Desmos or GeoGebra, that's fine. You don't have to use a graphing calculator, but I think you'll find them extremely easy. And these lessons are taught with a graphing calculator always available. Let me come back to Blackboard. So this was under lessons. And you can see the tests are illustrated which weeks they're going to be. Discussions. I don't personally do anything here. I'm going to take this. No, the peers are all right. Meet your peers. The discussions about Calculus 1, you can go ahead and use it and help each other with homework and whatnot. That's fine with me. Do whatever you want in there. I don't generally check it. But if you were having a discussion and it comes to an impasse and nobody knows what the right answer is of something, give me, write me and I'll jump in. These other ones, I don't do anything with these other 2 spots. My grades, this is what you're going to click when after each test I'm going to update the grades and the homework scores, so that to click in there. The official grades will always be kept inside of Blackboard. My math lab does not weight the grades the way that I want to do them. So only in Blackboard are you going to have correct grades. Contact the instructor. You can certainly do that in here if you want to, although I would prefer email. Generally speaking, I forget about these because they're kind of tucked away, but I know it's sometimes convenient if you're inside of Blackboard just to hit that. And this tools area, I don't do anything with it, so it's more for your use than anything else. I don't really do anything there. So that's all you need up here. So what you're going to do is go into syllabus registration, or actually when you go into Blackboard, that'll be the first thing. I'm going to add another section here with this, probably at top of this, with this welcome message that you're seeing right now. I think that that's all we need to talk about for now. You'll be able to get started, get started in Pearson as fast as you can. Get working on those homework assignments. I will make one special announcement though, and that's differential equations. Let me come back to it. Well, I don't have it up on the screen, but differential equations, since they changed the book on me last year, I have a new edition. That means I have to create the homeworks all over again. Right now I only have the first week's homework, so I'm going to start putting in homework over the next several days. Hope to get that done pretty soon. That's the only thing that's different between differential equations and the other courses. So with all that said, I certainly hope you a good semester. Hope to talk to you sometime. Goodbye.